I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for fucking forever. I'm so sorry for the shitty angle and the fact that I'm driving. But you know, now is no better time than... Actually, no. Right now is the best time. I've been putting it off because of my situation and the fact that I don't know where to start. But, how about we start where my life starts? Right now. So I was married. I am only 22 years old. I got married to this amazing man that I still love very much. But we lost our apartment and everything just kind of spiraled out of control after that. And he said, let's go to California. His family's out here. And I was like, yeah, let's go. Never been outside of the South. I'm a little country bumpkin. Let's go. Let's go party with some famous people. I want to do cocaine at Lindsay Lohan's house. No, I'm kidding. Well, I would. I mean, who's going to pass up that opportunity? Anyway, yeah, it didn't turn out. We got here the same day the quarantine was announced. We couldn't do anything. We couldn't go anywhere. And, he'd already started to get kind of mean. But I knew it was just because stress, and we both were kind of assholes to each other. It just got to a point where I had told him where my boundaries were so many times. I'd begged and communicated. But, it just got worse. And before I knew it, I was so deep in this abusive relationship, and in both ways, but he definitely was a lot more aggressive and venomous with the things he would say and do. Spiteful, whatever. I don't know. We both have not been very good for each other lately. So, right now, I'm currently driving by myself to Arizona to see my friend Allison. And then after that, I'm going to go to Sedona, the energy vortex. And I'm going to restart what I tried to do out here with my spiritual journey. Find myself. Remember who the fuck I am. It's gotten to a point where I don't know who I am when I look in the mirror. I mean, I physically and as a entity do not recognize myself. Anyway, so this is my introduction video to my channel. This is not how I expected to be doing this or how I wanted to do it, but you know, you gotta be genuine. You gotta like expose. You know, you gotta put out your feels, even if they're not something that's easy to deal with or something you won't even want to deal with, because people don't want to see you be fake. You gotta get all dirty. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry for the angle, and I'm sorry I look like shit. I gave myself mental breakdown bangs, and I kind of hate them, but I also love them because I have volume. But, yeah, I look like shit. Don't mind that. Pretend this is a podcast. Just listen to what I'm saying. I know a lot of people, like, don't give a shit about my life or what I'm doing, but I've felt the need to start a channel for a very long time. I feel like I move people when I talk. Oh, sorry, my directions. I feel like I've had a lot of experiences that most people don't. And I'm not saying that like, you don't know. It's not like that. Anybody can have these experiences. It's just like I sought them, and I did a lot of things I shouldn't have, but I wouldn't change a thing. I've experienced really profound things, life-changing things that have made me who I am today. Like, and I feel like I move people when I talk about these things, the things that make me passionately talk and tear up and feel things. When I talk about these things, I don't just try to get people to understand it from a intellectual or, you know, I guess, what's the word? Conceptually, I want people to feel me. If I could transfer the experience and the emotions to other people when I talk. Oh, language just doesn't do that. I've spent a couple years now gaining the understanding, the wisdom, or the vocabulary to convey these things so that people can understand and not just, the idea of it, but feel me. I am obsessed with feeling everything. I mean, obviously I don't like the stuff that hurts or makes me angry, but I can't help but appreciate the fact that I can feel it all. And sometimes the most liberating things, the most life-changing, the best things that ever happen in your life start off with something that hurts indescribably bad. That's where I'm at right now. Try not to unravel. I don't know, I don't really feel as upset as I thought I would, but also maybe it just hasn't sunk in. But I know for a fact that shit's about to change, and I feel something good coming. As much as I hate to leave him behind and give up on our marriage, which is something I hold very high and sacred, I gotta respect and love myself first. And I think a lot of people need to hear that. Like, fuck other people's feelings. Fuck anything that makes you, or fuck doing anything at your own expense for someone else. I mean, marriage is something that takes a lot of courage and sacrifice, and it's not easy, and it's not something that you just give up on so simply, but there are exceptions. I mean, when it comes to abuse, which can come in many forms, which mine, oftentimes goes unnoticed or unchecked because it's not physical. It's not something you can prove in court. Like, oh, well, this is so awful. I mean, and it's not until it is, and you don't realize it because it's built up so slowly that you become accustomed to it. And yeah, you don't like certain things, but then all of a sudden you like wake up and you're like, oh wow, how did I get here? This is fucked up. And I know he didn't do it on purpose. I know for a fact that he would never do these things or hurt me on purpose. But he's also really hurt and fucked up. So I don't think he knows how to be healthy or be in a healthy relationship. And I tried to, I thought that he was such a wonderful, caring, sweet person. I never had somebody sweep me off my feet like that. I think he wasn't. I used to think he wasn't listening to me, and then like a month later, he would recall something I said, and it just I'd never in my life. Oh my God! And the way he would look at me, and the way he would talk to me, and the things he would do, it was. I didn't think love like that existed, much less that I would get to have it. But then, also, things got really hard. And I didn't make it super easy, and I'm not saying that I didn't play a part in all of that. I definitely was toxic also. That's part of the reason why I'm leaving. I want to go be a better person. I want to go, correct my shitty traits and my selfish things and anything that hurts other people. I want to be healthy and be someone worthy of another person. I don't want to be another unhealthy, toxic piece of shit and then just go and try and find somebody else to take care of me and dump all my problems on. You gotta love yourself first. You gotta know who you are. and love yourself before you can ever try to know somebody else and love them correctly. It's just not fair. It's not fair to the other person. It's not fair to you. And even if this doesn't end up being permanent, this separation, I guess, I don't want it to be. I love them so much, but I have to go and do this. I gotta go and like find myself. I gotta do the work and be better. And I expect him to do the same. I told him to come find me, or at least go back to where we were when we met, because he's a lot happier there. And I hope that he can get healthy and happy and then find me. And if I happen to not be available, then maybe he'll find out he doesn't need me. And he's okay with himself. I don't know. I think this is going to be the start of something. Also, I'm not usually so somber and like boring, and I didn't plan out what I was going to say at all. I'm actually like super excitable, and I'm a little bit intense, and I sometimes I'm funny. I don't know. I've been told I'm funny, but at the same time, it only comes when I'm being natural. I can't just like script it or anything like that. And I don't know how to YouTube. I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm probably gonna screw up a lot. But you know, I hope you guys like it. I hope that I can share some things with people that like makes them feel better, makes them find their own happiness, and like realize things and like ask questions. I want people to think and feel deeply and want to do the hard work and want to do the stuff that is scary. Jump out of that airplane, because it doesn't matter how scared you are. In those moments, you have two options. You might die. You either go out crying like a bitch, or you go out like a Viking. Like, I got that from Bert Kreischer, by the way. The Machine. Look him up if you don't know him. Oh my God, the Russian Mafia story is iconic. If you don't know it already, like, I'm sorry. Go find it, because you're missing out. He's something. He does all his stand-up shirtless, and he's like, he's got a beer gut. Like, probably, like, he's not one of those people that like should be shirtless, but like that's part of it. It makes it better. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna end this now. I'll probably delete it or edit the fuck out of it, or maybe I'll just leave it like this. But either way, I'm doing this. I'm starting my YouTube channel. I gutted it from the makeup stuff, because that wasn't really where my head's at. And I'm gonna do what I'm passionate about. I'm gonna talk about what I'm passionate about: metaphysics, spirituality, philosophy. I'm gonna share all the stuff that I know and have experienced with you guys. And I'm telling you right now, do not take anything that I say for more than like my subjective experience and me trying to convey ideas that a lot of people have, or you know, it's something that humanity has understood for a long time, but this is just my experience and a perception of it. So nothing I say, like, don't take it for like concrete. Like, don't write it down in stone, because it's not. I don't know anything for certain. None of us do. But I do feel that the things that I've experienced and the things that I believe have some value, and they're pretty profound, I mean, to me. And I know a lot of other people are super into spirituality, and I hope that I can spare just a few people from the crying and fear and the researching for so long to find the knowledge that I have. Like, I had nobody. I had no teacher. I had nowhere to start. I didn't know what these things were called or the words to use. And if you type something into Google and the sentence is too long, it doesn't know what the fuck. So I was kind of like lost. And every now and then I would get a lead, and I would just like non-stop, like, you know, rapid fire, like learning stuff, or like, you know, being made aware that the things I experienced but couldn't really put into words or prove were like legit things or concepts or experiences that people have been having for thousands of years. I thought I was just insane. Which, I have a theory that people with mental illness, it's not an illness. There's nothing wrong with you. It's a superpower. There's something that makes you more sensitive, and you're experiencing parts of reality that others do not, and that is something to be looked into. I've actually found that a lot of like what I experienced was psychosis, whatever you want to call it, and it probably turned into psychosis when you lose touch with reality, and it can be pretty dangerous. But it told me I had bipolar, and I was like, that doesn't sound right. You cannot tell me that the things that were happening inside my brain and that happened during that week, that other people, people noticed that, weird shit was happening. But I mean, I couldn't explain it to anybody, what was, how insane the thoughts that I was having and the things that happened. I can't ever prove it, and I can never convince anyone else that happened. But all I know is I was there experiencing it in my body, and I have no doubt there's a God, there is magic, there is a force beyond our comprehension running the show. And I know this because afterwards I asked, and I got a burning bush, and I was like, all right, I'm never gonna ask that question again. Cool, thanks, bro. I'm pretty solid in my faith of divine, God, whatever you want to call it. I hate to put a one name on it, but you gotta call it something. Love, I don't know. But I think all religions are telling the same thing. In a way. I could explain that better. I'll go into it more in detail later, but I have so many things that I want to talk about, so many topics, and I think I'm going to have a really hard time staying on topic because I'm one of those people that tell stories where you start off at point A and you go to C, B, D, E, F, G, and then you never actually get to point B, ever. A bunch of side quests that you go on in this story, and then you forget why you were talking in the first place. And that's fine. I think that that's gonna be what my good, where the good shit comes from. It's me just talking and being myself. I don't think I'm gonna be able to script it. I'm gonna have to have cliff notes of all right, topic, side topics, try to stay on task, and that's just gonna be my only notes, because I can't do the scripted crap. It's not, I don't know how people do it. I hope that people don't get tired of me just wandering on. I tend to just meander and just, I will talk. I will never shut the fuck up. But also that's what I like about the internet is you don't actually have to sit and listen to everybody. Opinions are like assholes, and my grandpa said that. I added my own part to it. You don't want to see everybody else's, but look at mine. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm about to start a really amazing part of my life, and I'm terrified because I don't know how to do anything. I am a child. I don't know why I thought I could go into a marriage and just go out to California not knowing shit, and in the middle of a pandemic, and with a man that has all the love in the world, but none of the, I don't know, very hard to describe the way that he goes about life, but I like to say he does things in a very laissez-faire manner. If it stresses him out too much and he doesn't feel like it's that important, which nothing, we got bills? Fuck it, they can come after we do whatever we want first. Oh no, we can't cover the bills? Well, they won't shut the power off until next month. That was the way that he did things, and that stressed me. But somehow it always worked out for him. I don't know how that fucking works. Some people can do that. Some people can literally just fuck it, whatever. I don't have to do that, and it just works out. What the fuck? That doesn't work for me. Or, I mean, it didn't until I got with him, and then I just like, I don't have a choice. I kind of like, there's nothing to be done at this point. It's just fucked. And then it would somehow like not be as big of a problem, and it would get sorted out somehow. I don't know how I'm still going. We didn't even have car insurance when we came out here. We got out here on pixie dust and prayers. Like, bald tires, no car insurance. Packed up our entire lives in the back of this tiny ass Kia Rio with no fucking money, and somehow made it all the way out here. So, you know, I'm less afraid of taking leaps like this. I mean, I think 2 years ago, somebody was like, yeah, let's just like drive cross country with like nothing, and like, fuck it, it'll be fine, right? Oh, I would have like lost my shit at the thought. I would have cried. I would have been, what do you mean? Oh no, ah, like just like panic, fear. I gotta blow up and die now. But now, after doing this and being fucking perfectly fine, I think I can handle quite a few things that I wouldn't have been able to a year ago or 2 years ago or whatever. And I think that that's how life is. That's the point. Shit doesn't stop, you know, being so crazy. Like, you never stop having, like, fuck shit happen and, like, destroy all of your plans. And, like, you know, you can end up homeless tomorrow. Tomorrow's never promised. And yet, somehow, you learn how to deal with it over time. You just start to expect that something's going to happen, and it may or may not be worse than the last thing you dealt with. But, yeah, pick yourself up and fucking do it. Nobody's gonna do it for you. Sometimes they will, but it's no way to live. It's a lot more rewarding when you can pick yourself up and kick ass and have the self-respect to try, to not take shit, to know your worth. I know my worth. I mean, I lost a lot of it. I think that I was really like doing myself a big dishonor by letting myself put up with treatment from not just my husband, but from a lot of people my whole life. I've let people walk all over me because I'm so afraid of conflict. Like, I'm such a puss. And then now I like walk into rooms with my chest out first because I'm so ready for somebody to fuck with me. Like I've never been in a fight, but I'm just so angry. I have so much pent up rage, and I want somebody to just like deserve it one day and like come at me like, oh, this is the day. And I almost had it. I'll tell that story on another day. I'm gonna end this before this ends up being 2 hours long. But I love you guys, and I didn't say this in the beginning because I don't know, I got scared and like just started talking. But if you don't know, my name is Rain. Like literally, it's spelled the same as literal rain. And I'm 22 years old. I'm a creative bitch, and I think I'm pretty funny, but that's my opinion. And if you want to talk about deep spiritual shit, or just listen to me talk about all kinds of things, which I don't feel like I'm that interesting, but somebody out there might find some entertainment or some value in the things that I say sometimes, amongst all the other like random bullshit. But if you feel like it's worth a while, please tune in, subscribe, stay a while. I'll see you later. I don't have a schedule for my filming yet, but after I edit this and make a few more videos, I'll let you guys know how consistent I'm gonna be, because I don't want to lie and say, you know, I'm gonna do it twice a week, and I can't set myself up for failure like that. So for now, this is my first video, and I will put the next one out when I put the next one out. Bye.